I'm Ron Muzzall. I am the state senator for the 10th Legislative District. The 10th Legislative District encompasses all of Island County, the southwest corner of Skagit County, which is essentially the Skagit River Delta, and the northwest corner of Snohomish County. I extend up the Stillaguamish River Valley to take in the city of Arlington, but we've got big school districts, Arlington, Stanwood, and Oak Harbor, and we've got little school districts like LaConner, Coupeville, and South Whidbey School District. We've got lots of islands. It is probably the most iconic thing about the 10th is Deception Pass. And for those who have been over the bridge and seen the pass, it's very dramatic. But we're an old district, second oldest incorporated city in the state of Washington is Coupeville, settled in the 1840s by sea captains. It has a long and varied history. I am ranking member on health and long-term care. I feel that our number one duty as the state of Washington is to people. And I will always put people first. So whether it's our Medicaid reimbursements, whether it's child care, whether it's our developmental disability community, those are the important things in my mind that the state of Washington needs to take care of, our number one responsibility. And the courts say, education is number one. Well, all those other things fall into that same pool as far as I'm concerned. So I've got a number of different bills that are health care related. I've had kind of a bevy of bills over the last few years on maternal health, but I'm also interested in our natural resources and agriculture. So that's a lot of what our legislation out of my office encompasses. When I'm home and farming, I'm in the outdoors. And somebody said, well, are you a bird watcher? And I said, well, I guess so, because I'm a nature watcher. I thoroughly enjoy hunting and fishing, but a part of that, whether I'm out fishing, is watching wildlife, whether it's porpoise or orca or eagles or any other of the bird life. When I'm hunting, I've had some incredible experiences in the woods while hunting. Things that other people have never experienced. I saw something one day and I froze. It was cold. In fact, it was 20 some below that morning. I was on a ridge in Montana and in the trees, and I caught something out of the corner of my eye, and I stopped and I watched as a cougar. It was not a full-size adult, came up the ridge toward me. And I just froze there, kind of in a bunch of little Christmas trees, as it came up the ridge and over the top of the ridge in front of me, about 30 feet away. And it stopped when I got up there, and it was looking around. And then it moved forward, and it was kind of a little bit behind a kind of a Christmas tree there. And I stepped to the right so I could see it better, and I stepped on a little patch of snow, which at 25 below that morning made noise, as snow does. And that cougar stopped and looked at me. And I was close enough so I could even see its eyebrows as it looked at me, and he looked at me like, what is that? And I was just frozen there. And he probably stood there and looked at me. It seemed like minutes, but probably 20, 30 seconds. And he turned, and he never did identify, I don't think, exactly what I was. They don't see color, they see shapes, and certainly with a cat, it's movement. And I was frozen. He turned and patted on down the hill and on his way. In perfectly wild setting and everything else. And it's those experiences that draw me to the outdoors. And the purpose is hunting, but what we experience there, you take to your grave, because you're not going to repeat those.